What are you reading, James?
I'm reading a card from my grandparents. They always give me advice.
Do they write to you often?
Yes, they write about once a month. They also write to my brother.
That's nice. My family members don't write to me.
But they probably call you on the phone.
Yes, they do.
How many people are in your family?
There are 4 people in my family. There are my parents and my brother and me.
Is your brother married?
Yes, he has a son and daughter. I don't see them very often.
Do you see one another on holidays?
Yes, we always get together at my parents' house.
How many people are in your family? Do you have brothers and sisters? What does your mother do? What does your father do? What does your family do together? Families are important. Family members help one another. Adult sons and daughters help parents and grandparents. Parents and grandparents help children. They teach them. They give them advice. Children learn respect and good manners in their family. Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Talk in English. My name is Peter. Welcome to the show.
Hi friends, thanks for joining us today. My name's Pauline. Let's learn together.
Well, today we're learning how to say it.
That's right, and we're going to be talking about families.
Well, Pauline, tell me about your family.
I'd love to. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. I'm the oldest, so I have 2 younger brothers and a younger sister.
Whoa, so in Chinese, 你是姐姐. 姐姐 is the older sister.
Oh, well, yes, I am. I am also an aunt. My sister had a baby last year and another baby this year, so I have 2 nephews. They're both boys.
Wow, so are you going home to see them anytime soon?
I want to go see them soon.
Wow. Wait, I have to ask, since you're the older sister, did you have to take care of your little brothers and sisters?
I did have to babysit a lot, but that's okay. That's just part of being the oldest. What about you, Peter? Tell me about your family.
I am the baby in the family. I have 1 older brother, so that makes me Didi. I am the little brother, and that means I can do whatever I want. I'm really annoying, and it's so much fun.
I was going to say, that makes a lot of sense. I understand now.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Friends, I'm so glad you're here with us to talk about family. Family is an important topic, and we'll learn some good words for that today. In fact, let's get started now. Here's Jack with our keywords.
Hello, James 收到家人寄来的卡片，但是 Susie 说 My family members don't write to me. 我的家庭成员不会给我写信。名词 member 就是成员。不过家人之间总是可以在假日见面。They see one another on holidays. 片语 one another 就是彼此互相的意思。Susie 的弟弟有一个儿子和一个女儿。Her brother has a son and a daughter. 名词 daughter 就是女儿。James 的祖父母写卡片给他。James got a card from his grandparents. 名词 grandparent 指祖父或祖母。复数的 grandparents 指祖父母2个人。James 说，祖父母总是会给他一些忠告。They always give him advice. 名词 advice 就是忠告。Advice 是不可数名词，不能加 s 哦。
What are you reading, James?
I'm reading a card from my grandparents. They always give me advice.
Do they write to you often?
Yes, they write about once a month. They also write to my brother.
That's nice. My family members don't write to me.
But they probably call you on the phone.
Yes, they do.
Hey, Pauline, are you close to your grandparents?
Well, yes, I am. My dad's parents live in Minnesota. It's a different state than the one I grew up in, but we still had a close relationship. They always called me on my birthday, sent us presents, and we would go visit them every summer.
Oh, that's great. All my grandparents have passed away, but while they were living, I was close to all of them. We had different things that we liked to do. My grandpa I would go fishing with, but on my mom's side, I would go play golf with him. And then both grandmas, we would hang out in the kitchen and talk.
Oh, that's great. My grandma and grandpa on my mom's side of the family, they have both passed away too. But I understand with that grandma, I used to always play puzzles, and she taught me how to bake pie. It's one of my favorite desserts, and that's a sweet memory I have with her.
That's great. Grandparents are great, so I'm so excited that we can talk about them a little today. Well, do you remember calling your grandparents, or would they call you?
They would always call on our birthdays, and that was always exciting to get a call just for us. So especially when you're really little, you never get phone calls. So yeah, I remember that.
Well, today James is reading a card from his grandparents. That's nice. I would get a card from my grandparents when they traveled somewhere or for my birthday.
It's nice to hear from your grandparents on the phone or see them in person, but there is something really special about getting a card too.
James says that his grandparents give him good advice. What should I do? Should I do A or should I do B? Maybe I should ask for some advice, then decide.
Grandparents are very helpful when it comes to giving advice. Can you think of a time when you needed advice, Peter?
Sure, I had to choose between two schools, and my grandparents helped me think about which one to choose.
That's great. Well, we are so lucky to have so many helpful people in our lives, especially family members. They help us a lot.
Yes, they do.
I agree. Yes, they do. And that's also today's
Calendar phrase.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. 是他们会的。
Do your parents visit you?
Yes, they do.
Do your parents send you letters?
Yes, they do.
Do your parents call you on the phone?
Yes, they do.
Do your parents give you advice?
Yes, they always do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. 是他们会的。
Jack can tell us more about this sentence that James says to Susie, but they probably call you on the phone. Hey, should we call Jack or just write him?
Writing him would take too long. And why would we call him when he can just visit us? Let's go to him now.
Susie 的家人不常写信给她。James 说 ，But they probably call you on the phone。但他们或许会打电话给你。句尾的 on the phone 很好用哦，因为现在只要有一只手机在手上，几乎什么事都能做。She is talking to her mother on the phone。她正在跟她妈妈讲电话。I can send an email on my phone。我可以用手机寄了 email。She likes to watch videos on her phone。她喜欢在手机上看影片。You can book a hotel room on your phone。你可以用手机订饭店的房间。He always plays games on his phone。他总是用手机玩游戏。这个时代用手机真的可以做很多事。你还可以想到哪些事呢？造句试试看吧。
Thanks for the help, Jack. Now it's time for us to take a short break right now. See you soon.
Let's talk in English. 10 minutes every day.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, we're all part of a family, so we're family members, right?
That's right. The word members means part of a group. If you are in a club, then you're a member of the club. And of course, you have a family and you're a member of that family.
Well, we do like talking about our family members, and sometimes it's hard to live with family, but we can't live without them, isn't that right? Well, let's continue learning together. Here's Conversation B.
How many people are in your family?
There are 4 people in my family. There are my parents and my brother and me.
Is your brother married?
Yes, he has a son and daughter. I don't see them very often.
Do you see one another on holidays?
Yes, we always get together at my parents' house.
Hey, Peter, I think this is a good time to practice a full conversation about family, start to finish. Our friends can practice at home.
Sure, we should talk about the number of people in our family, where they are living, what they do, and learn more about their life.
Okay, I'll start, Peter. How many people are in your family?
There are 4 people in my family. I have a mom, dad, and older brother. How many people are in your family?
There are 6 people in my family. I have my mom and dad, of course, and then 2 brothers. Me and my sister make 6.
Wow, that's a big family. Now we can continue practicing this question with Rebecca. How many people are in your family?
Hey friends, I'm so glad that you could join me for today's Use It. In today's Use It, you're going to learn how to ask questions using the words how many. For example, how many dogs do you have? Or how many students are in the class? You can do this, so don't be afraid to use it.
Thanks, Rebecca. So, Peter, what do your parents do?
Okay, this is their job. My dad is an engineer and my mom is a teacher.
What about your brother? You said he is older than you. Is your brother married?
Yes, my brother is married and he is also an engineer.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, now we can learn more about this question with Jack. Hey, doesn't Jack have a brother, right? Is your brother married, Jack?
James 问 Susie, "Is your brother married?" 你的弟弟结婚了吗？我们来看 married 这个字，它其实是动词 marry，marry 的过去分词当形容词用，是已婚的意思。你可以说 He got married last month， 他上个月结婚了，或者 He is a married man， 他是已婚男士。另外来看动词 marry， 不论是嫁人、娶老婆、跟某人结婚，英文都是用 marry。你可能常听到求婚的时候会问对方 Would you marry me？ 这句话男生女生都可以用。你看到了 marry 后面直接加 me， 所以它是及物动词，后面可以直接加受词，不用介系词了。比如 He is going to marry Kelly。有人说 I don't want to marry young， 表示我并不想早婚。以上是形容词 married 和动词 marry 的用法。
Thanks, Jack. Okay, Pauline, now it's your turn to answer some questions. Tell me more about your siblings.
Okay, well, first we should teach what that word siblings means. A sibling is a brother or a sister. So we will often ask, how many siblings do you have? Or do you have any siblings?
That's right, and you have 3. You also have a brother, so let me practice this question. Is your brother married?
He is married, and he doesn't have any kids.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to say about your siblings?
Ooh, Well, my sister is also married and has 2 little boys. And then my youngest brother is single. And I am married, so I have a husband.
So we talk about our siblings, our brothers and sisters. But to our parents, these same people are their children, their sons and daughters.
Now that we have talked so much about our families, I miss them a lot. Peter, when will you see your family?
We will see one another maybe in the summer. It's a convenient time for all of us to take vacation together.
When I was younger, my mom's family would get together for a family reunion every summer. All of my uncles and aunts and cousins and everyone would come. It's a lot of fun.
Well, friends, we've talked a lot, and now it's time to review. Let's look at those key words together.
Here's your first key word for today. Member. Member. My sister is a member of my family.
One another. One another. Be nice to one another.
Daughter. Daughter. Tim's daughter is 6 years old.
Grandparent. Grandparent. My parents' parents are my grandparents.
Advice. Advice. Please give me some advice. All right, friends, those are your key words for today. You're doing great. Just keep on practicing. And now let's watch those conversations one more time together.
What are you reading, James?
I'm reading a card from my grandparents. They always give me advice.
Do they write to you often?
Yes, they write about once a month. They also write to my brother.
That's nice. My family members don't write to me.
But they probably call you on the phone.
Yes, they do.
How many people are in your family?
There are 4 people in my family. There are my parents and my brother and me.
Is your brother married?
Yes, he has a son and daughter. I don't see them very often.
Do you see one another on holidays?
Yes, we always get together at my parents' house.
Families are important.
And families are fun, especially monkey families.
What does your family do together?
Oh, we play together and sing together and jump together.
Jump together?
Yeah, 10 little monkeys jumping on the bed.
Okay. Do you help one another?
Yes, if a monkey falls off the bed and hits his head.
You take him to the doctor, right?
Yeah, that's right. We help each other.
Do your parents give you advice?
Oh, yes. My mama always says, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Yeah.
Well, that is good advice.
Yeah, she got it from the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome to Jack's File. I'm Jack. I'm looking at some family pictures. Do you ever do that? Well, here's a picture of my mom and my dad. And here is my brother. And here is a picture of my wife and daughter. I have a nice family. When someone asks about your family, they usually mean your immediate family. That is, the family that you live with. If you're not married, you usually talk about your father, mother, and any brothers or sisters you have. If you are married, your immediate family is your husband or wife and your children. Then everyone has an extended family. That means all your relatives. Your mother's or father's brothers are your uncles. Your mother's or father's sisters are your aunts. The children of your aunts or uncles are your cousins. And of course, you have grandparents. Your mother's or father's parents are your grandparents. And if their parents are still alive, they are your great-grandparents. Talking about family is pretty easy in English. There is only one name for aunts and uncles. In English, there isn't one name for your mother's brothers and sisters and a different one for your fathers. When you talk about uncles or aunts in English, you usually use the title aunt or uncle and then the person's first name. So you may have an Aunt Mary and Uncle Tim. Some families like to get together once a year. They have a family reunion. It is fun to see all your relatives in one place. Or families often gather together at holidays. Thanksgiving or Christmas are the most popular ones. This afternoon, I'm going to see my grandmother, my mother's mother. I sometimes call her Grandma Pearl. Then the rest of the family knows which grandmother I'm talking about. I like to visit my relatives. They're important to me, and I hope you often visit your relatives. Having a good family is a blessing. And that's all for today. See you next time on Jack's File.
Well, friends, this is a very useful lesson to practice talking about family. And maybe you can practice with your own family at home.
That's a good idea. And, all of these questions are good questions for getting to know someone. So if you know anybody who speaks English, maybe you can use these questions with them. All right, friends, don't forget to join us tomorrow. We'll be here waiting right here on
Let's Talk in English.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.